Good morning. We're up and heading out of the hostel. I think it's like 7:50 in the morning. There's just one thing I was misunderstood on what breakfast was. I thought they were going to get shuttled back into town to like McDonald's or something, but it was just some cereal and some coffee and bananas and stuff that they just had set up there at this place. So that's no problem. We still got breakfast. I think today's like a 16-mile day heading to a shelter. And that's just lightly kind of sprinkling. I think the rain is about to stop, and it should be mostly sunny all day today. It just kind of rained a little bit last night, and then it's just kind of humid and moist and stuff this morning, which kept it cool. So it's nice and cool this morning, which is nice. And we'll get back on trail. Should have some nice ridgeline views, I think, all day today. That'll be kind of cool. There's the dam on the end of Watauga Lake here. And we'll take a peek on the other side. Wilbur Dam, I guess, is the name of the dam. This is like a big canyon area. I'm actually surprised it's all dry on this side.
There's the water.
Yeah. Radio frequency fields near some antennas may exceed FCC rules for human exposure. Awesome. So don't stand near it. Big Laurel Branch Wilderness. Currently on the uphill. I think this is the only big uphill for the day, getting up to the top of the ridgeline, and then it's ridgeline walking all day. Coming up on the Vandeventer Shelter. We're a little over halfway for the day. We'll take a break here. Basic little thing. This is probably the best view we've had so far up on this ridge area. You just don't get many views up here. Alright, we're back on trail. I think we got about just a little less than 7 miles to our final destination for the night. Iron Mountain Shelter, I think it's called. But one of the guys I've been hiking around, he showed up to the shelter just a few minutes after I did, and so he's just a few minutes behind me when we were hiking out. But apparently a point that I'd passed a little bit ago, by the time he had gotten to that point on trail, there was a huge rattlesnake right in the middle of the trail. He got a picture of that. You know, it warned him with shaking its tail and everything, and he kind of had to scoot it out of the way off the trail. But it's just crazy that I just missed that. So the big snakes are definitely out here, so I'm definitely paying attention. This is that type of area where you just hope there's no snakes hiding in the grass. It's just this tall grass on both sides of the trail. That's all I can think about right now, especially since a huge rattlesnake has already been spotted on the trail earlier today. I think I'm in that point now where I'm in my last mile, and my feet are definitely sore. The terrain overall today has been not bad. There was just some scattered parts where it was like kind of a little steep up, a little steep down, but you know, overall it's been pretty easy. Just tired. I think it's less than a mile. I'm ready to get to camp. So I'm at this point where the power lines kind of cut across the trail. There's not much of a view right here, but what's kind of funny is down on the ground, laid out in sticks, it says view with an arrow pointed up that way. It doesn't look very far, but I'm at that point where I'm like, I'm too tired. I don't need that view right now. Let's just keep going to camp. Made it. Iron Mountain Shelter. No one here. It's one of those days where there's like nobody on trail. I hiked out a Boots Off Hostel with 2 other guys that have been hiking around for the last like week or 2. And we've been keeping the same pace and everything. They're just a little bit behind me. But besides us 3, there's nobody. I don't know where everybody is. But that's fine. A little bit of room for tents and stuff out there. Cool, time to make camp. All right, and again, we got one more night in the shelter. I am done with everything. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now and get the last of the editing done. And something else I was thinking of, I'm also right at that point where my banked up videos are like running out and I haven't been able to upload anything in the last couple of days. So as soon as we get to Damascus, I am uploading videos is going to be the first thing, get myself all caught back up. Hopefully there's no breaks in any of the videos that come out, but we should be good for now at least. So I'll go ahead and sign off for here. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. I think it's like a little after 7:15, I think. Heading out of Iron Mountain Shelter. And today is going to be another 16-mile day, which will get us to Abington Gap Shelter. And that'll set us up in a good position for just a 10-mile day to get right into Damascus. So it's getting close. Damascus is another one of those like huge milestones. It's a small town where the trail goes right through it, but it's one of those big AT milestones just to hit that place. Terrain's going to be similar today than it was yesterday. We're just kind of up on this ridge all day. Just little bits of up and downs, but it's going to be very flat. Probably like the flattest day we've ever had on trail so far. And I can't remember if there's any other significant landmarks that we might be passing today, but we'll keep an eye out for snakes, and if anything else cool happens, we'll try to catch it on camera. We'll see you down the trail. So this just off the side of the trail is a monument to a local hermit, Nick Grinstaff. I don't know much history about him. It's all it says. It's interesting nonetheless. There's an actual headstone on the backside. Born 1851, died 1923. Lived alone, suffered alone, died alone.
full gate while we're leaving.
Now we just gotta figure out this gate. There we go. Double Spring Shelter, probably take a break there, and then Abington Gap is our destination for tonight, 11.3 miles. So we're taking a snack break in the fields right here, and there's a local guy who kind of hikes the trails, and he stopped by and just chatted with us for a minute. And he was telling an interesting story. So the memorial grave site about the hermit that I filmed a couple miles back, Uncle Nick. Apparently this guy was hiking with some other hikers in the winter, I think it was February of 2020, so just kind of recently. And they were hiking up to that grave, and they come across a, well, some of the story goes that the guy had a pet black dog that was very protective of him, and when the old guy actually died, he was guarding the body and nobody could get near the body, and so they actually had to shoot the dog so they could get the guy and bury him. So when they're hiking up to the guy's grave just last winter in the snow, they come across a set of dog tracks, and they're just one set of dog tracks fresh in the snow in the middle of nowhere, and they follow the tracks, go kind of right up towards the grave and just disappear. And they followed the tracks back like a quarter mile, and they disappeared where the tracks started. So they're just total mystery of where this dog comes from. So it's just one of those urban legends of, you know, the protector dog going back towards his owner. But stories like that are kind of fascinating, so that was just a really cool story I wanted to recant real quick. Made it to the Double Spring Shelter. This will be the lunch break. And we're all done with a quick lunch break. Back on trail, and I think it's just a little over 8 miles to our final destination for today, which will be the Abington Gap Shelter. So this year is supposed to be like the once every 7 years cicada apocalypse, and I've been waiting for it. And just today I've heard my first cicada. Right when I pulled the camera out to try to get some sound of it, it quieted down, and I just heard the one. So it has started. Passing through Low Gap, and I think it's only about, it's less than 5 miles to the Abington Gap Shelter. Even though the elevation grade of the trail is really easy as far as the ups and downs, it's still not that easy overall, because there's just enough rocks to make it really easy to twist your ankle. So it kind of forces you to go slow even still. You just have to be really careful on how you step. This is one of the oldest shelters on the AT apparently. McQueen's Knob Shelter. think the comments say not to be used, just from its state of condition. Emergency use only kind of thing. But that's very basic. It's like you fit like one person in there. And here we are coming up on Abington Gap Shelter. I think this is going to be home for the night.
This trail butter thing actually.
There's camp all set up in the shelter.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
It's a little early yet, but I think we're going to start cooking dinner. I'm going to be going with spaghetti and meat sauce, Mountain House meal. Well, just about everything's done for the night. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here and start editing the rest of this video. The only final thing to report is that we got our accommodations figured out in Damascus. That was definitely a hassle, being Memorial Day weekend and everything. So if you're doing this adventure yourself, avoid Damascus on Memorial Day weekend. Everything will be booked up. But we're going to be staying at Lady D's B&B. Apparently a brand new place that just opened this year, and they've got room for us. So it's going to be cool. Like Mountain Harbor, they're going to do a cooked breakfast and stuff for us in the morning. So it sounds like overall things are going to work out, and this place is going to be awesome. So can't wait to get to Damascus tomorrow. That's definitely going to be a big milestone. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.